Bam, what is up everybody? My name is Jordan Baywood with Baywood Media, and this is a music marketing channel for growing artists that are looking to collab, network, and build real relationships. And on today's episode, I want to do something a little different where I am talking about another artist, but it's not going to be mainly about the controversy a little bit, but I want to talk about like ways you shouldn't do things that could potentially hurt your career that we can learn from.
If you haven't seen, DJ Scheme said fuck Vic Mensa. When y'all hear Vic Mensa's fucking freestyle at the BET Awards, y'all are gonna be disgusted. And then he goes on to say, yo bro, how you gonna say your favorite rapper is an abuser and then follow it with a line saying some shit X some shit so I won't live long. You can deny it, but everyone who was there heard that.
So everybody's heard of, most people has heard of Vic Mensa. I really liked him in the beginning, but over time, there was like a big gap with Vic Mensa. If you think about it, there was nothing talk about him, there was no buzz around it, there was nobody saying, hey, play his music or anything. So I dug deep into it, and after I figured out, people were talking about this guy, after 2 years, people, when they started talking about him, it's all bad stuff. So I watched it on Everyday Struggle. He went in on DJ Academics, and now the reason he went in on Academics on Everyday Struggle is because he was, dissing his dead homies and being a negative fashion on Chicago. 100%, I think that you should be called out for that, and there should be consequences because that's not right to do. But then you got, on the BET Awards, Vic Mensa disrespected X, which doesn't make sense to me, how can you be such a hypocrite and a contradiction to yourself at such a big scale like that? Because I know we're all hypocrites in our own ways, but that massive is crazy. So I started looking into like his sales, he got signed by Roc Nation and co-signed by Jay-Z. So I was looking at sales, they were very low, so I was like, what caused this? So I looked into it, but if you look at, when he was doing stuff with Chance, he was a different brand. His self was like, just a pure artist. They were working with bands. And then he goes into this, like, look what he's wearing, like, for example, right here, like this rock star lifestyle. And that could be the style he's in. So I'm not going to judge anything. I don't care. But what I do care about is that means there's a brand change. That shows that, you go from talking negative to media, and you have a brand change, you have a look change, your music changes, and your numbers are low. So that shows me that when you change your brand, you have to be your personal music brand. You have to be very careful because that could make everybody forget about you. But then when there was buzz around him, he didn't release anything for a few years. Guys, if you have any sort of buzz or you're building up buzz, you have to realize that buzz, you have to keep digging into that buzz and keep growing it. Because if you think about it, when you have a little bit of buzz, a little bit of people talking about you, if you don't talk on social media, you don't put out music for weeks or months, people are going to forget real quick. And then you have to restart all over again. You have to restart the buzz. Every time you stop and give people a reason to think about someone else, that's what we're going to do. Obviously, we live in the internet age, and that's what I do too. Like, I move on really quick. Like, if I get attached to someone, and I feel like that's why a lot of people are starting beefs, because it gets your name in everybody's mouth. They want to check out your music. They check out your music again, see how it's going. They check everything. So I get why, there's a lot of artists coming to me saying, hey, should I start this beef? I'm like, no, because it's negative. It's like there's nothing good that can come out of it besides people checking you out. But there's other ways. Like, we've seen it done plenty of times where it might look like it's cool to create beefs and stuff, but in reality, it's not. So short-term there's short-term buzz. Instead of hustling your ass off to talk to fans, you'd rather create a beef with someone to get people talking about you for 2 seconds. It's so short-term minded. I don't get why people do it. It's not long-term. It's not what's going, to build your long-term. So highly suggest, some things to think about: brand changing, beefs, and short-term versus long-term. And those 3 things that, me talking about helps me too, because I want to make sure that I get in my head, I don't need to do that. These are things we shouldn't do. But if you guys like this, like, I want to start a series maybe out of this. I don't know what to call it yet, but if you have a name for this, like, we just take parts of history or current topics and dissect it. I definitely want to dissect more into this, but I don't know if that's what you guys want, so let me know. I'll definitely even go further into these if you guys enjoyed this and it can be of some value, but let me know down below and like this video if you know you think we should do this, and comment below if we think we should go even more in details on like certain artists and just talk more in depth about it. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel and dislike this if you didn't like it. Still helps the channel, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.